We want to welcome you tonight to Byron Center High School for tonight's varsity volleyball match between the Fighting Scots of Caledonia and your Byron Center Bulldogs. Tonight is Staff Appreciation Night, and we want to thank all the Byron Center staff, and each of the athletes have chosen a staff member to thank tonight. But we're going to start out with Caledonia's lineup. Number 2, Caleb Brisnio. Number 3, Kaylee Mearson. Number 4, Avery Seif. Number 5, Kiera Paulman. Number 6, Reese Stafford. Number 7, Kayla Charles. Number 8, Quinn Ziegler. Number 9, Dylan Halaski. Number 10, Lydia Bell. Number 11, Maggie Loomis. And number 12, Aubrey Reynolds. They're coached by Ashley Brown. And for your Byron Center Bulldogs, number 1, Caitlin Hartson with Mr. Pacencia. Number 2, Mallory Johnson with Mr. Barker. Number 3, Layla Tripla, Mrs. Zylstra. Number 3, Lily Freusland with Mrs. Casey. Number 5, Lainey Van Tol with Mr. Bullet. Number 6, Kinsley Whitfield with Mrs. Morel and Mrs. Vanderveen. Number 7, Kara Crittenden with Mr. Skierbeck. Number 8, Cece Fraley with Mrs. Vanderlaan. Number 9, Addie Van Tol with Mr. Valkers. Number 10, Evie Laska with Mr. Lacey. Number 11, Rhea Quaker with Mr. Greenman. And number 12, Keena Dieters with Mr. Kreidoff. And the Bulldogs are coached by Missy Ritz Johnson. So tonight we will be playing best of 5 sets. First to 25 win by 2. If it gets to that 5th set, it will be to 15 win by 2. Bulldogs are sitting at a record of 9-2 so far this season, with their only losses coming to Rockford and Lowell. And the Caledonia Fighting Scots are coming in today's contest with a 7-8 record. Byron Center has 3 seniors on the team this year and 2 freshmen, and then 2 sophomores. Referees are checking the lineup. Kinsley Whitfield, one of our sophomores, is our libero, getting ready to come into the game. And Caledonia's Avery Seif is their libero. Before we get started, we want to thank our sponsors, Byron Township, a community on the move, and Gaines Charter Township. We thank them for their sponsorship of Byron Center athletics and arts. Caledonia is going to start serving for this first set. And an ace for number 3, Kaylee Mearson. Nice pass by Kinsley. Going outside. And off the hands of the Fighting Scots. Hit by Caitlin Hartson. And number 3, Lily Freusland back to serve for the Bulldogs. Outside hit and a block for the Bulldogs, but it came down on the side of the Bulldogs. That was number 12, Maggie Loomis for the Fighting Scots. Libero Avery Seif back to serve for the Fighting Scots. And nice hit by number 2, Mallory Johnson. And she is going to go back to serve for the Bulldogs. Middle hit. Scott's able to put it back up. Outside to number 1, and that's a kill for Caitlin Hartson. And Johnson continuing to serve as the Bulldogs lead 3-2 here in the first set. Back row attack. Nice job by Mallory. Nice serve. Outside, didn't think that went over. Tip by the Bulldogs. Smart play by Rhea Quaker. And that is a kill for the Scots. And a block by the Bulldogs. Number 5, Lainey Van Tol coming in for the Bulldogs, and Kinsley Whitfield back to serve. Nice serve. And a big hit. Nice try by Johnson, but not enough to get it back in play. So it's going to go back to the Scots. Middle hit. Off the hands of the Bulldogs. Aubrey Reynolds back serving for the Scots. And they're calling a lift on the Bulldogs. Big block by the Scots. They're saying that it did not go over. So the Scots knotting it up at 7 here in the first set. Tip off the net. And that's going to be long. Back to the Bulldogs. Kara Crittenden in for the Bulldogs, and Rhea Quaker back to serve. Outside hit. Outside to Caitlin Hartson. Big block by the Fighting Scots. Going to be a free ball. See if the Bulldogs can do something with this. And a nice middle hit there by Caitlin Hartson. And that's going to be out. And under the net. So that's going to be a Bulldog point. And a tip. I'm going to set it to the nice tip. Off the hands of the Bulldogs, but in play, Kinsley Whitfield. Nice back set. And it's going to go between the Scots and the net. Bulldogs go up 12-8 here in the first set. To the back and long. That's Kayla Charles, and Caledonia is going to call their first timeout as they trail 13-8 here in the first set. We want to thank our BC Bronze sponsors, Pete's Grill and Tavern, and Third Coast Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. We also want to thank our silver sponsors, Promo, University of Michigan Health West, Orthopedic Associates of West Michigan, and XYZ Motors. And of course our gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction and the Center for Rehabilitation. We thank you for your support to make these events possible. Rhea Quaker is going to be continuing to serve for the Bulldogs. And big hit by the Bulldogs. Oh, but they're going to call number 5, Lainey Van Tol, in the net on that. So it's going to go over to the Scots. And tip by number 3, Kaylee Mearson, but that went out of bounds, so it's going to go back over to the Bulldogs with Caitlin Hartson serving. Good job by Whitfield keeping that ball in play. And in the net by the Scots, number 10. So it's going to be point Bulldogs. And great serve by Caitlin Hartson. So Bulldogs pull ahead 16-9 here in the first set. And great job there by Kara Crittenden being ready at the net. As the Bulldogs go up 17-9. Each team only allowed 2 timeouts per set. So Caledonia having to choose wisely when to use that second timeout. So it's going to go back over to the Scots. Reese Stafford back to serve for the Fighting Scots. Big hit by number 7, Kara Crittenden. Fighting Scots only have 2 seniors on their team this year. Number 7, Kayla Charles, and number 11, Maggie Loomis. 5, Lainey Van Tol back to serve for the Bulldogs. Back row attack, but into the net. And Caledonia is going to call their final timeout of this set as they trail 10-19. Bulldogs lead. We here at BCTV are always looking for new opportunities to connect with our community, and one that makes the biggest impact is in the form of a sponsorship. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of BCTV and would like more information, call 878-6780. Sponsorship rates are affordable, tax deductible, and help bring you even more community-oriented content. And you can also follow BCTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BCTV25 or on YouTube at BCTV.25 to stay up to date on our production and news. So Bulldogs out to a 19-10 lead here in the first set. Bulldogs have both of their timeouts remaining, and Caledonia has used both of their timeouts. Nice serve by Laney. Back set. Nice hit by Mallory Johnson. And number 12, Kina Dieters with a nice tip. Mallory Johnson has been playing that libero position for the last 2 years and has moved in the lineup where Kinsley Whitfield has taken over that libero spot. And Mallory has, as a junior, has committed to play at Nebraska after she graduates. And that's going to be long. Number 3, Lily Freusland back to serve for the Bulldogs. And on the side of the Caledonia Scots, And free ball. And nice dive by Lily there. Keep it in play. 2 great saves by Lily. And hit, but long, is Addison Van Tol. Addison and Laney are part of a set of triplets. Their third sister does not play volleyball, but kind of a fun fact. And Avery Seif back to serve for the Fighting Scots. Bulldogs lead 22-10, 22-12 here in the first set. Outside of the antenna, that was a great effort by Aubrey Reynolds, but did not get it inside the antenna. So number 2, Mallory Johnson back to serve as the Bulldogs lead 23-12 here in the first set. And nice tip by the Scots as they stay alive here in the first set. They have a lot of ground to make up with no timeouts. Outside by Caitlin Hartson for the kill. And it's going to be set point with Kinsley Whitfield serving. And a big block. And a tip over by Kara Crittenden. So the Scots are going to stay in this. Byron leads 24-14 here in the first set. Side out will turn into a win for the Bulldogs, and there it is as they take the first set 25-14. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Byron Township and Community on the Move and Gaines Charter Township, along with our gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction and the Center for Physical Rehabilitation. Scholar Athlete Award applications. Nearly 1,500 of the state's top athletes will be recognized for excelling academically in school activities through the MHSAA Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of $32,000 college scholarships. So $2,000 scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website, and the deadline to apply is December 6th. Don't miss out. So the Bulldogs will serve to start this second set. They came out and won that first set. Not super handedly. It started out kind of tight, but then once they pulled ahead, they were able to keep that lead and close out the first set in a comfortable fashion. So we'll see if they can do the same thing here in the second set. We've always said that sportsmanship is the golden rule in action. But why should it stop when the game is over? Now more than ever, we need to respect each other and treat each other with common decency, not only between the lines, but outside the lines in our daily lives. In sports and in life, nothing beats good sportsmanship. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. So the Bulldogs taking the court, ready to get started on this second set. right, number 4, Avery Seif for the Scots coming into her libero position, and Kinsley Whitfield going to enter her libero position. And Kinsley is going to go back to that middle back spot. And number 3, Lily Freusland, going to start serving for the Bulldogs. Short set. And a nice middle hit by number 10, Lydia Bell for the Fighting Scots. Number 3, Kaylee Mearson back to serve for the Fighting Scots. Nice pass by Whitfield. Outside hit off the hands of the Scots. Another outside. Third time's the charm. For Caitlin Hartson, and Mallory Johnson back to serve for the Bulldogs. Nice pass by Mallory. Outside again. Big block though by the Fighting Scots. And that's going to go just long. I think they were looking for a touch, but none called. The Scots lead 3-1 here in the second set. And that's going to be long. Big hit, no touch. And a nice ace for the Fighting Scots. That was number 9, Dylan Hulaski. And number 11, Rhea Quaker back to serve for the Bulldogs. And that's going to be out. Free ball. Outside hit and off of Rhea Quaker. And that's long. Caitlin Hartson back to serve for the Bulldogs. They trail 4-8 here in the second set. That's going to be wide. Bulldogs struggling to put some points together here in the second set. And that was a great tip by Mallory Johnson. And Lainey Van Tol back to serve for the Bulldogs. Big block by the Bulldogs and a tip. Back to Mallory Johnson. Nice tip. Off the hands of the Scots and onto the floor. Bulldogs really needing to put some points together here. Nice block. And a nice hit by the Bulldogs. Number 7, Kara Crittenden. Nice big hit by Mallory Johnson. And a kill. Number 12, Aubrey Reynolds. Reese Stafford back to serve for the Fighting Scots. Coach Johnson just telling her girls to just settle down a little bit. Nice pass by Whitfield. And a nice hit by Kenna Dieters. Number 3, Lily Freusland in to serve for the Bulldogs. And off the hand of the Bulldogs. And the Scots back to serve. Off the hands of the Bulldogs. And Bulldogs call a timeout as they're trailing 8-14 here in the second set. We want to thank our silver sponsors, Promo, University of Michigan Health West, Orthopedic Associates of West Michigan, and XYZ Motors. You can follow BCTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BCTV25 or on YouTube at BCTV.25 to stay up to date on our production and news. And that's going to be long, so it's going to go back to the Bulldogs. Big block by the Scots, but Kinsley able to get that back up. And a nice back row attack by Johnson. And off the hands of the Bulldogs, and it's going to go back to the Fighting Scots. And that's going to be long. Whitfield back serving. Back row attack again. And that was number 12, Aubrey Reynolds. Just a little knuckle hit over the net. Balls between the Bulldogs and the net. Oh, nice job by Johnson, keeping that back in play, and Whitfield passing that over the net. Another diving play by, and they're calling it off of the antenna by the Scots, and it's going to go over to the Bulldogs. Rhea Quaker in for the Bulldogs to serve. Okay. Nice block by the Bulldogs. Oh, and not enough to get it over. So it's going to go back over to the Bulldogs. Caitlin Hartson back to serve for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs really needing to put some points together as they're trailing 13-17 here in the second set. Nice off the tip, and yep, it's going to go back over to the Bulldogs. That's going to go out. Bulldogs really needing to get their serves in the set to be able to get some points on the board. Only a few times have they been able to string together some points. And lucky for them, Caledonia in the last few serves has had the same struggle. Nice serve by Lainey Ventola. And that was 4 hits. Nice tip by the Scots, but Byron able to get that back up. Nice pass. Johnson back off the net. Back row attack. And off the hands of Keena Dieters. And big point for the Bulldogs. Big block by the Fighting Scots, but Byron staying in it. Doing a great job of keeping that ball in play. Outside to Mallory Johnson and off the hands of the Scots. And the Byron Bulldogs come back within one. Still trailing 18-19. Lily Freusland continuing to serve for the Bulldogs. Outside hit by Johnson, dribbled off the net, but Caledonia able to keep that in play. Gonna go middle. Back row attack, Whitfield, great job of getting that ball up. And another back row attack by Byron. And the Scots able to keep that in play. And out. And going over to Byron as they tie this game up. 19-19 here in the second set. And big hit by Caledonia Fighting Scots. Very tight second set here. Byron has come back from a deficit. Let's see if they can get serve back. And a nice tip by Mallory Johnson, and she is going to go back to serve for the Bulldogs as Caledonia is going to call a timeout as we're tied here at 20 in the second set. We want to thank our bronze sponsors, Pete's Grill and Tavern and Third Coast Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. We here at BCTV are always looking for new opportunities to connect with our community. And one that makes the biggest impact is in the form of a sponsorship. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of BCTV and would like more information, call 878-6780. Sponsorship rates are affordable, tax deductible, and help bring you even more community-oriented content. So Mallory Johnson going back to serve for the Bulldogs. Strong server for the Bulldogs. See if they can string together a few points here towards the tail end of this second set. Back set, nice big hit. Little off communication by the Scots. Both teams each have one timeout left in this set, should they choose to use those. And nice tip by Keena Dieters. Big hit by number 12, Aubrey Reynolds, for the Fighting Scots. Bulldogs lead 22-21 here in the second set. Need to get this ball back. And that's going to be tipped and out. So the Bulldogs going to go back to serve Kinsley Whitfield, with the Bulldogs leading 23-21 here in the second set. And Caledonia is going to use their final timeout of the set as the Bulldogs lead 23-21. We want to thank our sponsors, Byron Township, a community on the move, and Gaines Charter Township. The love of the game draws us to sports as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping into the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at mhsaa.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Nice serve by Whitfield. Bulldogs really need to get this point, and they do, to put him in a good spot. It is set point with the Bulldogs leading 24-21. This gives them in a little bit more of a comfortable spot. And that's long, but Caledonia having to put together at least 3 points. Or at least 2 points to stay in this set. And Byron able to put that away to take this second set 25-22. So the Bulldogs leading 2-0 here against the Fighting Scots. We want to thank our gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction and the Center for Physical Rehabilitation, along with our silver sponsors, Promo, University of Michigan Health West, Orthopedic Associates of West Michigan, and XYZ Motors. Everyone in sports is searching for the elusive perfect game, making every shot, completing every pass, striking everyone out, getting each call right. That's right, game officials enjoy the competition and seek perfection, just like the players do. If you still have that competitive streak and want to help kids by giving back, maybe becoming a high school official is for you. To register, log on to mhsaa.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. So our Byron Center Bulldogs, just some fun facts. Caitlin Hartson has a twin brother. He is a football, basketball, and baseball player. And as I said earlier, Addie and Lainey Vetol are a set of triplets. Lily Freusland has 3 older brothers, all who have played hockey for Byron Center. And her brother Jackson was Mr. Michigan Hockey and is currently playing in Canada. Evie Laska, sibling to Sierra and Luke, both standout athletes at Byron Center. Sierra is playing softball at Central Michigan, And Luke is playing football at St. Xavier University this year. Kinsley Whitfield's older sister Bree played 3 years of varsity volleyball at Byron Center and now plays at Albion. And then Mallory Johnson comes from a long line of athletes. She's committed to play Nebraska to play volleyball. She also plays tennis. She played second singles last season and helped the team to an 8th place finish in the state. Her cousins were all college softball players. Nikki played at Ferris, Jessica at Michigan, Brittany and Macy at Central. Her mom and her Aunt Jenny played college basketball for Grand Valley and CMU respectively. So maybe she chose volleyball so she can blaze her own trail and not be in the softball and basketball field. But congrats to her for that accomplishment of getting into prestigious Nebraska. Great school for volleyball. So Caledonia is going to start serving this third set. And that's going to start out with an ace for the Fighting Scots by number 3, Kaylee Mearson. Bulldogs hoping to not fall behind here in the third set like they did in the second set. So wanting to find a side out fairly quickly, but not able to on that one. And it's going to be a free ball by the Bulldogs. And a big hit by number 10, Lydia Bell, for the Fighting Scots. And that's going to go out. So Mallory Johnson back to serve for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs needing to take advantage of her solid serve. Back row attack by Johnson. Nice pass by Whitfield. Going to go middle by the Bulldogs with Keena Dieters for the kill. Great middle hit by Keena. Nice serve again by Mallory. Nice diving pass. Free ball. A little bit off communication by the Scots. Twice and into the net by number 2. So that's going to go to the Bulldogs. She tried real hard to stay out of the net, but just got in there and goes back to the Bulldogs. They tie it up at 3 here in the third. Nice serve by Johnson. It's going to result in a free ball for the Bulldogs. Big hit by Caitlin Hartson, but a bigger block by the Fighting Scots. Number 4, Avery Seif back to serve. Kinsley Whitfield back to serve for the Bulldogs. And big kill by the Fighting Scots. And tipped by the Scots. And Rhea Quaker back to serve for the Bulldogs as they lead 6-5 here in the third set. Oh, nice tip by the Bulldogs. And an ace by Rhea Quaker. And off the hands of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs lead 8-6 here in the third set. And out. Caitlin Hertzen back to serve for the Bulldogs. Nice tip by Mallory Johnson. And Caledonia is going to call their first time out of the third set as the Bulldogs lead 10-6. I want to thank our sponsors, Byron Township and Community on the Move and Gaines Charter Township, along with our gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction and the Center for Physical Rehabilitation. We here at BCTV are always looking for new opportunities to connect with our community, and one that makes the biggest impact is in the form of a sponsorship. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of BCTV and would like more information, call 878-6780. Sponsorship rates are affordable, tax deductible, and help bring you even more community-oriented content. And that's going to be out by the Bulldogs. And number 7, Kara Crittenden for the kill for the Bulldogs. And Landy Van Tol back to serve for the Bulldogs as they lead 11-8 here in the third set. Mallory Johnson. And they're going to call that a tip off the hands of the Bulldogs. And number 12, Keena Dieters for the kill for the Bulldogs. Lily Freusland back to serve for the Bulldogs. Big hit by the Bulldogs. And Mallory Johnson back to serve. Big hit by number 12, Aubrey Reynolds. The Scots fighting, staying in this set. Bulldogs lead 14-12. Nice hit by the Bulldogs. And Kinsley Whitfield back to serve for the Bulldogs. And a big hit by the Fighting Scots. Number 2, Kaylee Mearson. Oh, I'm sorry. Kayla Brisnio. Big block by the Bulldogs. Scott's going outside again. Thought that was 4, but and off the hands of the Bulldogs. And off the hands of the Bulldogs for that serve, and the Fighting Scots fight back to tie this up at 15 here in the third set. And the Bulldogs call a timeout as we're knotted up at 15 here in the third set. Coach Johnson, her first coaching job was in 1991 at Kenowa Hills, where she spent 4 years. She coached at Caledonia for 11 years and has had stints as assistant or JV coach also. She's coached many years of softball with her sister Sherry Ritz at Wayland, who is an all-state coach and the State Hall of Fame coach. So some great history there of coaching with Coach Johnson. And number 7, Kara Crittenden back in for the Bulldogs. And Rhea Quaker coming back in to serve for the Bulldogs. And big back row attack by Mallory Johnson. Bulldogs looking to string together a few points here to put him in a little bit more comfortable position. Hit a little bit off the net. Big block by the Bulldogs. Going to be a free ball. Tip, but Lainey Van Tol was there ready for that and puts it back down on the side of the Fighting Scots. Each team having one timeout left in this third set. Bulldogs lead 2-1. And not enough. It was a hit the antenna, so it's going to go over to the Bulldogs. Good pass by Whitfield to get that up for the hit. And a big hit by number 12, Aubrey Reynolds for the Fighting Scots. And she will go back to serve as the Bulldogs lead 19-16 here in the third set. And nice job by Kinsley Whitfield to get that ball back over, allowing the Bulldogs to stay in this point. And back row attack by Mallory Johnson, but really the great part of that point was that diving play by Whitfield to keep that ball in play to allow that point to keep going on. The Bulldogs extend their lead 20-16 here in the third set with Caitlin Hartson back to serve. And that's going to go off the antenna, so it's going to be a point for the Bulldogs. And Caledonia is going to call their final timeout of the set. You can follow BCTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BCTV25 or on YouTube at BCTV.25 to stay up to date on our production and news. You can also keep up with everything MHSAA on social media. Look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for tournament updates, event announcements, video highlights, and high school sports news from all around the state. It's the best way to connect with the MHSAA every day. So Bulldogs lead 21-16 here in the third set after taking the first two sets. And Caitlin Hartson is going to continue to serve for the Bulldogs. Every point they can get off of her serve is just going to put them in a more comfortable position to end this set and this match. Big block by the Bulldogs. Number 5, Lainey Van Tol. She's going to go back to serve for the Bulldogs as they lead 22-17. Nice pass to the outside. Big block, but out of bounds. And the Bulldogs 2 points away from winning this match with Lainey Van Tol back to serve for the Bulldogs. And big hit by the Scots off the arms of Caitlin Hartson. Bulldogs lead 23-18. Fighting Scots, no timeouts left. Bulldogs have 1 timeout left. I'm sure Coach Johnson is going to use that to kind of sparingly to see if her dogs can just get a side out just like that. And it will be match point. Lily Freusling coming in for the Bulldogs to serve as the Bulldogs lead 24-18 here in the third set. Nice serve. Off the net. And a big hit. Caledonia just fighting and staying alive here in the third set. Byron Center leads 24-19. A side out will give them the match. So the Scots having to get every serve in, every hit in. And that goes off the arms of Whitfield. Scots needing to get at least 4 points to stay in this match. And a great job there by Cece Fraley to keep that ball in play. But Caledonia putting it in that open spot. And Missy Ritz Johnson is going to call a timeout for the Bulldogs. They're still leading 24-21, but wanting to settle her players down, helping them to realize just need that side out, and they have the match in the books. Mental health concerns in high school sports goes beyond physical injuries or health concerns. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health issues and health resources on the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. So Caledonia serving to stay alive here in the match. Nice pass. It's going to be a free ball. Off the net, number 12, off the hands of the Bulldogs. Great job by Caitlin Hartson to keep that alive. Good job again by Whitfield getting that outside to Johnson. And that's going to be out. Bulldogs fighting the fight to get this match over with, but the Scots fighting just as hard. Diving pass by Whitfield. And it dribbles over the net, and the Bulldogs take the third set, 25-22. So Bulldogs take this match with first set 25-14, second set 25-22, and third set 25-22, which brings the Bulldogs to a 10-2 record this season. On behalf of myself, Shelly Nowson, and the rest of the BCTV crew, we thank you for joining us today and look forward to seeing you again next time.